Today we are going to review some exotic fruits. The first one is lychee, and here's a lychee. Normally you can find these like in Southeast Asia, and when they're fresh they should be more of a reddish color instead of a brown. So they should be all red like this, actually darker red. However, they're probably imported to the US, so they start turning brown color like this. However, the fruit is still edible, but it's not as fresh as really red one. The second fruit is called a rambutan, and this is similar to lychee except the outer shell is very hairy. Look at that. It's like has little hairs. First, we will show you how to peel and eat a lychee. So you can see there's a thin skin here, and it's kind of bumpy. So you would just peel it with your fingers. And inside you'll see the flesh is white. And they're actually quite easy to peel. So here's the peeled lychee. And give it a taste test. So the taste of lychee is crossed between a grape and maybe a pear or melon. And be careful, there's a seed in the center here. And the seed is quite large. Here's the size of the lychee and here's the size of the seed for comparison. And they're very sweet and quite easy to eat. If you like your grapes peeled, a lychee is a perfect fruit for people who like their grapes peeled. And the second fruit is the rambutan, and this one has a much harder shell than a lychee, so it's harder to open, so you can try to use your fingers to open it. And you can see the skin's much thicker than the lychee skin. But inside you still have the white flesh that looks like a lychee. And here's the fruit. And give it a taste test. And the taste tastes very similar to lychee. It's also the taste of a grape, maybe a pear. And you can see there's a seed inside. And I think I bit the shell. So there's a seed in here. It looks like an almond. And here's the seed of the rambutan. And compared to the fruit, the seed's much bigger than a lychee. And here's the lychee seed, and here's the rambutan seed. So you see the difference. And here's a peeled lychee, and a peeled rambutan. So they look very similar. If you peel them, it's kind of hard to tell which one's which. The only way to tell is by the seed, and they taste very similar. And look at the shell. So the lychee is much thinner. This rambutan is much thicker, the shell, so it's harder to peel these than these. So if you're able to find these in your Asian grocery store, or sometimes even at regular grocery stores, they might have them. Try them out. They're quite delicious and a different type of fruit. I recommend trying them both. However, if I were to choose, I'd probably pick a lychee just because they're much easier to peel and easier to eat. So enjoy.